question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Monash.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Deputy Speaker, I've actually seen the figures, the private figures given to me from a pharmacist who runs 3 or 4 pharmacies in my area and others. I've seen what these changes will do to their bottom line. I've seen that he's arguing to me it will cost jobs in his businesses. I've seen what others have argued to me from Phillip Island to San Remo down to Grantville, all the way through my regional areas, where they're saying to me, Deputy Speaker, that these changes will force them to close the very small pharmacies that they've got in local communities, especially in country and regional areas. Now, this is really important to me because some of the only healthcare provided in districts and electorates like mine is through the local pharmacist. That's the only way that people are able to get some medical information benefit, whatever their need may be, before they have to go to quite a trip to get to a hospital or a GP. So because of that interaction every month, the pharmacist gets to see the person involved. It's very similar to aged care with me, Deputy Speaker, where if gastroenteritis goes through an aged care community and the doctor only comes once a week and Mrs Jones isn't diagnosed having gastro, she can be so dehydrated by the time the doctor does come that it may be too late for her in that situation. So, you know, the regular meeting of, and you can't expect that the tea lady taking the morning tea round to the particular client in the aged care centre, you can't expect them to diagnose why somebody may not be eating or may not be taking their cup of tea. It's not up to them. So when pharmacists are seeing clients once a month rather than every 2 months, they actually get a chance to assess how the medicines are going, whether they need to attend a doctor for some more attention, have they deteriorated in the last month, and if we leave that for 2 months, that's 6 times a year. It may be, this system has worked so very well, especially for country communities, that we encourage pharmacists to go out and create these smaller unit pharmacies in more remote locations so that we can have our small communities getting the same sort of service you'd get in a larger community with 1, 2 or 3 pharmacies. So these changes have been put to me by genuine pharmacists coming to me with their issues. And I've gone to them, I've spoken to them, and they have said to me, this will be the result of these government changes. Now, I'm not a protector of minority groups of doctors, of pharmacists or any group. I'm not. But I like to listen to their genuine concerns. I like to know, and I like to know that what I'm being given is factual. So when someone gives me the actual books of their chemist shop and say, well, look, here they are, you're a former retailer, you work it out. Here's all the lines, and this is what's going to happen to those lines, and therefore some of the things we're doing for free, some of the things that we're doing on the cheap, we won't be able to do that anymore because we have to keep viability within the business somehow. And they say, and I know that I'm going to lose a number of valued staff members that I've had for a long time. And they're going to lose their jobs because there won't be the work for them to do within the pharmacy. You know, even the Prime Minister's own pharmacist said, these changes will break me. These changes will break me. Now, these are most of the ones that I deal with are family businesses. They're small businesses in country towns. They are the pharmacists. They are highly regarded within their community. They're highly regarded by me. I'd like to see the government really go and consult back with the pharmacists and the Pharmacy Guild and see if they can come up with some reasonable changes to this legislation they're putting forward.
The question is that the motion be agreed to, and I call the member for Bean.
Thanks, Deputy